You can order the brake discs and brake pads used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Turn off your vehicle's ignition. Set the parking brake. Pull the hood release handle and open the hood. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Loosen the wheel lug nuts on the rear wheels. In order to change the rear brake discs and brake pads on your vehicle, you will need to take off the wheels to have full access. Lift the rear of your vehicle. Place the vehicle on the jack stands. We strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Honda Accord safely before carrying out this step. Don't forget to put the wheels under the vehicle. Before you start, release the parking brake, otherwise the operation will be impossible. With a 12mm wrench, unscrew the slide pins. You can use a 17mm wrench to prevent the bolts from rotating. Then, remove them. You can now remove the caliper. Place it on the rear control arm so as not to pull on the brake hose. Remove the brake pads. Using a flathead screwdriver, remove the anti-rattle clips. Using a socket wrench and a 14mm socket, unscrew the two holding screws on the caliper mount. Depending on the state of the nuts on the caliper mount, it may be necessary to use a hammer to loosen them. Remove the caliper mount. Sometimes the disc may get stuck on the hub. If this happens, use a hammer to remove it. Finally, remove the disc. Clean the wheel hub with a wire brush. Hey, it's Alex from CarParts.com. If you enjoyed this video and want to support us, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, back to work. You can order the discs and pads kit used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Before installing the new disc, it is vital to clean it using brake cleaner and paper towels to take off the storage paraffin. If your new disc is coated, you can place it directly onto the wheel hub. Brush the caliper mount around the pads to remove any extra rust that could prevent the pads from sliding. Reassemble the caliper mount by screwing first by hand. Then with a socket wrench and a 14mm socket to lock them in place. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Get hold of the anti-rattle clips supplied in the kit. Place the new anti-rattle clips on the caliper mount. Grab the new pads and lightly coat the ends with copper grease to help them slide more easily. Insert the new pads into the caliper mount by sliding them in. Press the piston into the brake caliper. For this step, it is essential to have a brake caliper windback tool, which is a specific tool that allows you to press the piston into the caliper, but also to make it turn on itself to reset the slack adjuster of your handbrake. This step is essential before installing the new pads. As the piston enters the brake caliper, brake fluid will flow back into the brake fluid reservoir. Depending on the original level of the reservoir, make sure that the liquid does not overflow. Using a flathead screwdriver, remove the pad retaining clip. Take the new clip provided in the kit. Position the clip in the caliper by prying it with a screwdriver. You need to check the sliding of the brake caliper slide pins and the condition of the caliper slide pin boots. If they look worn, you are advised to replace them with new ones. Put the brake caliper back in place and screw in the slide pins by hand at first. Screw them in using a 12mm wrench. You can use a 17mm wrench to prevent the bolts from rotating. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Clean the disc with brake cleaner and a cloth to remove the grease from the new pads. You can now repeat the same process on the other side. You can purchase the parts we used here by visiting our website at CarParts.com. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put the car back on the ground and block the wheels properly. Don't forget to screw the brake fluid cap back on before starting the car. Attention! Before using your vehicle again, start your car and pump the brake pedal a few times to push the brake pads together again. Try to drive smoothly and avoid sudden braking for the first 30 miles or so to avoid glazing the new pads. Operation complete.